Good afternoon, friends. Today we are going to discuss about the bacteria cell structure. I am Muthu Selvam, Assistant Professor in Botany, Bishop College, Tiruchirappalli. Bacterial cell structure. Bacteria, its common example E. coli, Escherichia coli. It's a prokaryotic. It lives in human intestine. Today we are going to discuss about this introduction, and it is the cell wall structure. We are include capsule, cell wall, cell membrane, cytoplasm, ribosomes, plasmid, flagella, and membrane. Introduction, which is the E. coli, which is prokaryotic, and also it lives in the colon, intestine, and also it's rod-shaped bacteria, which it includes 1.5 millimeter to broad and 6.5 millimeter in long. So it's a live individually. It's a gram-negative bacteria. It is a bacterial cell structure, commonly which is also called E. coli cell structure. So it's a long thread-like one, which is also called flagella, and it's a thread-like coiled one, which is the nucleus, and this surrounded by oval-shaped structure, which is the cell wall structure, which is also include cell capsule, cell membrane, and cell wall. The yellow one, which is also called ribosomes. Okay, so this is a cell structure of this bacteria. So bacteria, which is a facultative anaerobes, which can live either in the oxygen-free condition without oxygen-free condition also. And it is a peritrachous. Peritrachous means that's the flagella having entire surface. It's motile, it's moved from one place to another place, and also humo-organotrophic nutritions, which lives in 35-7 temperatures. It's a prokaryotic. It is covered by capsules and other things. Capsule, which is outer covering of bacteria, which is tightly attached to this underlying cell wall, and this capsule, which is made up of disaccharide and polypeptide. The capsule, which is two types, one is encapsulated one non-encapsulated one. So encapsulated one, which is also called as smooth colonies, non-encapsulated one, which is also called rough colonies. Why this capsule is very important? The capsule, which gives cell from dying and preventing attaching to of pages, help in attachment to surface, and give protection against antibacterial agents. Next one is cell wall. Next, cell wall is tense above this plasma membrane. It gives shape and rigidity to the cell wall, and it gives strong fiber composed of peptidoglycan. The peptidoglycan, which is composed of two main compounds, one is N-acetyl-glucosamine and N-acetyl-muramic acid, which is also linked with this beta-1,4-glycosidic linkage. The peptidoglycan, which is contain lipids, mucopeptide, and teichoic acid, and protein. With the cell wall, which is contain bacterial antigen. Next one is, we move to this plasma membrane. Plasma membrane, there are two content. One is outer plasma membrane and another one is inner plasma membrane. Plasma membrane next to the cell wall, which is found in negative, gram-negative bacteria. There are three layers. Okay, what are the three layers? So it's composed of two phospholipids and middle protein one. So which is like a sandwich forms. Okay, so it help us to barrier to lysomes and cell damage, and it act as antigens. Next one is cytoplasm. Cytoplasm, it is enclosed the cell membrane, and it's colloidal in nature. It do not have a cytoplasm streaming. The cytoplasm contain two membrane. One is ribosomes, another one is mesosomes. And the cell organelles like this Golgi body, endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondria, which is absent because this is a prokaryotic one. And next we move to this ribosome. Ribosome, it's a single membrane or unicellular one. And this ribosome, which is present in this bacteria, which is 70S ribosomes. The 70S ribosome, which is made up of two subunits, one is 50S subunit and 30S subunit. So this ribosome mainly helpful for protein synthesis. And next one is mesosome, the next cell membrane. This mesosome, which is also intracytoplasmic membranous structures, they are vesicular and convoluted or multinucleated in structure, form invagination of plasma membrane into cytoplasm. This mesosome contain vesicles and tubules and lamellar hole. What will help us, this mesosome? Mesosome, which is helpful in involved in septum formations during binary fission of bacteria, and it is also involved in DNA replication. It helpful in distribution of DNA to daughter cells. Next one is chromatophore. This is rarely present in this bacteria, so which is also called chlorosomes. Okay, it appears bearing its membranous structures. They are having thylakoids and involved in photosynthesis. Next one is, that's unique one, is nucleoid. So the bacterial chromosome remain part of in cytoplasm. So it is not surrounded by any nuclear membrane. So nuclear material without nuclear membrane, which is called as nucleoid, or which is also called genophore, or insufficient nucleus, which is called as. So bacterial chromosome, which is made up of single double-stranded circular DNA. Next one is plasmid. Plasmid, which is small and circular and autonomous replicating body, which is also double-stranded DNA, which is present in bacteria. It is bound in cytoplasms, and also it is an extra chromosomal DNA molecule, which can self-replicable molecule. And this plasmid has two types, okay, R plasmid and F plasmids, and another one is cold plasmid. And next one is flagella. Flagella, which is helpful for locomotions from one place to another place, which bacteria can move. So flagella, which is, it's a long unbranched and appendages, which is called as flagella. And flagella has a three component. One is a basal body, hook, and another one is shaft. And the basal body, which is consists of two sets of rings connected to rod. One is M ring and L ring, which is helpful for this bacteria. So based on this flagella, so the bacteria which can divide into 5 categories: monotrichous, amphitrichous, lophotrichous, and peritrichous, and atrichous. Next one is pili. Pili, which is also called Fimbriae. So it is short hair-like appendages from the surface of bacteria, which is also shorter than flagella, and also more in bacteria, outer cell wall, which are straight and not hooked. They are found only in gram-negative bacteria. So the pili, which is arise from the cytoplasm, they are made up of protein subunit, which is also called pilin or fimbriae. So there are two types of pili, which is normal pili and sex pili. So which is involved in the clumping or agglutination of cells and transfer of genetic material one bacterium to another, and serves as a pest bait and receptor site. It helps infection by attaching to the human epithelial cell. So today we have discussed about this bacterial cell wall. The bacterial cell wall which is involved, that is capsules and cell wall and plasma membrane and ribosomes and mesosomes, flagella and fimbriae. This is bacterial cell wall, students. Thank you.